Cindy Byer here with Yell by Keaton for our Working Hard in the Yard workout series. And today we're going to be working in the garden, right? So, I was reading a study the other day, and it was talking about these people who live really, really long lives. And what it was describing is that they move on a regular basis. They're active every day, but they're not just exercising. And what the study was talking about is how exercising as we know it is actually failing. Because people think that they need to go to a gym, and they need to go and work out, and they have to work really, really hard in order to get the results. Again, it depends on what results you're specifically looking for, but what they found is the people who are just physically active on a regular basis aren't going out there and using like a leaf blower, aren't going out there using a power drill and things like that. They're actually just physically active. So they're climbing up and down mountains. They're going out and they're gardening, they're raking, they're shoveling, they're doing all that stuff. So that's kind of in honor of this week's workout series. And today we're going to talk about planting in a garden. So we're going to do all different actions that your body might have to go through as if you were planting in a garden. So all you need to do is just get down onto the floor. You can jump up off your bed if you're just sitting there watching FaceTime or Facebook Live, and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally can do that. Jump down onto the floor in front of you, jump down off of the couch, whatever. You can maybe do it on the bed. It might be a little bit wobbly, but that would be an increase of challenge. So all we're going to do is we're going to start kneeling, right? Because oftentimes when you're planting in the garden, it does, and I'm not saying that you won't have bigger things that you have to dig and plant, but oftentimes you're going to start in a kneeling position, right? So a lot of times you'll see people have these pads under their knees when they're in the garden, right? So you might start kneeling. So what we're going to do is we're going to start sitting back towards the heels. Interestingly enough, this actually is really difficult for a lot of people. So I can just sit straight down onto my heels. Yeah, how are you? Yeah, too. Yeah, can too. Here's the thing. This action is so much flexion of that knee that a lot of people are so tight in the quads that just sitting back to that position is really hard. So that's what we're going to do this for. We're just going to practice sitting back. Now, if this is difficult for you, you don't have to go all the way down. Just go to where you can and then come back up. And each time you're going to go back a little bit further and come back up. If you can go all the way down, go ahead and go all the way down. That's perfectly fine. And come back up. Here's a trick. If your knees are all the way together, it might be a little bit harder. If you widen your legs about hip distance apart, you'll get to be able to sit a little bit further down, right? Now this time, add the arms in. You might be thinking, what in the world does this have to do with planting? Here's the thing. This position is key if you're going to be kneeling in the garden and digging. Don't worry, we're going to go more forward in just a moment. And then you're going to go here. Now, when you come forward, what you're going to do is you're going to come down and forward here. And then come back up. And you're going to come down and forward here. Most people are not planting by leaning forward like this. Don't worry, we won't get into planks. So if you're looking for something a little bit harder, don't leave too soon, right? If you know my workout, you'll know that I start at something somewhat simple. And then quickly, it escalates into something a little bit more challenging once I'm comfortable that you know what you're doing. All right. So now from here, we're going to go to the side. So we're going to bring our arms over to our diagonal, because oftentimes when you're gardening, you're not just gardening right in front of you square. You might be reaching over here, right? And then come back up. And then reach over to the side and come back up. And I encourage those of you who are my fitness nuts, those people who love to exercise, and they're watching this like, oh my gosh, that stuff looks so simple. Don't discount it. It feels good, actually. It does. It creates it's a stretch, but it will get more challenging in just a few minutes. Good. One more here. Now, what you're going to do from here, you're going to sit back and reach and rotate. What's that for? You left the flowers back here and you have to grab them. And then you're going to come back up. Do that again, same side. So with this rotation comes obliques, right? So if you want that middle part of your body to whittle down, you want these rotational type movement patterns. Good. Notice that I'm not just rotating my arm, I'm not just reaching with my arms. I've got to reach with my whole body to get there. Do two more on this side, rotate and reach. I find my knees start getting wider and wider apart when I do this one. Well, okay, when your spine doesn't have as much flexibility when the legs are closer together. It creates more stability when the legs are closer. As you widen them, you get more mobility, especially into the lower back. So if you're ever doing even extension exercises, like back extensions, if you have your legs wider, you'll have an easier time of getting more mobility into that. Do 3 more here, add that rotation, and come back up. 2 more. I almost did 1 more, but I already said I'm doing 3, right? Yes. Here, that wouldn't, people would be like, shouldn't know how to count.
Count that last row.
I'm going to discount so you shouldn't know how to count. Now we're going to add in to the moves. So we're going to rotate here. Then we're going to come forward on the diagonal. I'm going to rotate back. I'm going to come up and go forward. Do 2 more here. And come up. I'm feeling my obliques on that one side. Are you feeling them at all on this side here?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Come back up to the center. Go to the other side. Rotate over. Come forward and out. And then rotate back. And come forward and out. And again, if you can't sit back as far as we are, don't worry. Go back to where you are able to, because this is your own journey, right? And if you're out in the garden, you don't have to sit all the way back onto your heels. But that's going to be likely the direction you're going to be going. Good. Go ahead and rest here. Next portion, what we're going to do is we're going to actually lean forward like we were going into a short plank here. So for right now, straighten out one leg and then straighten out the other to kind of stretch out those knees because we've been kneeling on for a couple of minutes. So, right, so from here, what we're going to do from this position here is we're going to actually start kneeling and we're going to bow forward and push the hands down. And then we're going to come back up, right? So from here, we're going to push the hands down and lean forward towards the hands. And then we're going to come back up. I'm doing it a little bit more dynamic because I'm wanting to get that core to kick on and off really quick, right? And then come back on, up. Come down and forward and come back up. So every time you start to fall forward, your core has to kick on. Your abdominals have to kick on to help protect you and keep you from hitting face planting, so to speak, into the ground. Okay, now come forward and hold. So I'm having my hands, so you can see I'm having my hands like this. It's almost like I'm patting the ground in front of me around the plant. So I'm going to position them here. Then from there, I'm going to actually go into like a tricep push-up. I'm going to bend the elbows, and then I'm going to come up. My knees are going to stay down for right now. Why? Because most people need the knees down to do this properly. Now you'll notice that my feet are also not coming up off the floor. I want to keep them on the floor. Do about 2 more here. I told those of you who are my crazy fun fitness friends that it would get harder, and I'm not kidding. I like it. You can do that in a full plank. Here's what we're going to do. Is we're going to go back down into that position. We're going to reach up into a plank, drop to the knees, then do the tricep push-up. So what we're going to do is we're going to fall forward, lift into the plank, drop the knees, bend the elbows down and up, lift into your plank, drop to the knees, bend down and up. What does this have to do with planting in the garden? Well, your hands are typically pushing down onto the dirt to try to plant or cover it up, or I guess you could say, what? Basically, come back and rest. Push that dirt down. I don't even know, what's the word I was looking at before, y'all? I can't think of it. Like when you push the dirt down and
Patting it down.
Thank you, patting it down.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're mimicking. But we're working on those triceps in the process. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to combine all the movements we've already done today, all into one routine. We're going to go through it just twice on each side. So we're going to go through it, the whole sequence, once on one side, once on the other. Just do it twice so you can get a feel for that whole little sequence. So we're going to start kneeling, and we're just going to sit back here. Just sit back. 4. You don't have to do a whole lot of it. 3. And this is not meant to be your only workout for the day. Some people it might be 2. 1 more here, and that's perfectly fine. 1. Now you're going to reach down and then come back up. So you're going to reach down and forward and come back up. 2 more here, down and forward, and then up. 1 more here, down and forward, and up. Now rotate to one side here, then come up and forward to the other diagonal, right? Then come up, reach and rotate, same side, come at the diagonal, forward, rotate, diagonal, forward. 1 more on this side, then forward, come back, rotate to the other side, diagonal forward, right? So this is the sequence that we're doing. It's a pattern that we're following. And what we're doing is trying to get the body used to this pattern so that when it's faced with this movement that you may have to do. Now from here, you're going to go right forward into your tricep plank. Hold here, lift the knees, drop the knees, one push-up, down and up. Lift the knees, drop the knees, another push-up down. We want the body to quickly adapt, no matter what we may be doing, regardless of what we're doing. One more here, down and up, come back. Right, let's do this again. So we're going to sit back, arms come forward and up. 4. See how quickly that is? 3. And you don't think it's that hard until you actually try to go through the whole sequence a couple times. One more here, come up. So now you're going to reach down. What we're doing here, we're stretching that spine, right? And then we're coming up. But we're not holding the stretch. We're going into nice dynamic positioning. 2 more here. You doing okay, Yellow? So far, so good. And 1 more here. Going down and up. Now diagonal over to the side. And then come forward to the other side. Right? Diagonal, rotate back. And come forward. 1 more here. Diagonal, rotate back. And come forward. Now diagonal to the other side, back. And then rotate forward. Diagonal back. And forward. 1 more here. Then we're going to go forward right into that plank position, right? So from here, we're going to reach forward. It's almost like we fall to it. Lift our knees up, drop down, tricep push-up down and up. Lift the knees up, drop down, tricep push-up down and up. 2 more. Then down, tricep, last one, down, then the elbows, down and up. Hey guys, thank you so very much. It's that simple. That's all you have to do just to get your body ready and prep for when you're sitting out there kneeling in the garden and planting or patting it down. I'm so glad you're able to give me the word. Sometimes my brain doesn't know the word. I'm like, it's this thing right here. But you know guys, a lot of times we spend so much time thinking you have to do so much more to get results. If you stick around with me, I promise you, if you do the things that I'm putting out there regularly, even if it's just one video, one 10 to 12 minute video each day, you will get results by doing less, but doing it smart and really focusing on specific movement patterns. I promise you, you'll start to see the results by doing that. I know Tyler, over the course of quarantine, he dropped 2 pant sizes by coming and doing these recordings with me every day for 5 days in a row, every day over quarantine. I mean, I was floored by that. I mean, I've always known that's what happens.
I know, in just 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes. But it's all based off of the proper patterning. If you can get your body to line up properly and do the pattern in the proper, like basically, how do I put it? If you do the right thing at the right time with the right amount of effort, in the right order, then everything starts functioning better. And anything that you do, it doesn't matter whether it's cooking or cleaning or gardening or whatever, anything and everything you do then compounds together to create the results as if you were to be going to the gym. And so for those of you, and there's many of you, who don't really enjoy the hard working out, I will tell you right now that it's not no pain, no gain. It's really less is more. And I've been doing that concept for like 25 years. So most people will look at me and think, oh my gosh, she has to spend so much time going to the gym, she's got to work out really hard and do all this. There's been times in which I've trained for marathons or triathlons here or there, but that's a specific type of training. But I will say this, when I was training for a marathon, I gained weight. And a lot of people, and that happens to a lot of women, they gain weight when they start to do that active training because we're eating more calories in, right? But when you put things in the right order at the right time with the right amount of effort, which is not a whole significant amount, your body just gets in balance and produces better results. So anyway, stick around, come back for more. I'm not going to try to logically walk you through that process. I want to lead you there through the exercise videos every single time you show up. So make sure you go back to my YouTube channel at Cindy Byer, or over to my Patreon page if you want to help support the continuation of additional content and growth, future growth and future development.
Just $4 a month. Bayer, B-Y-E-R, Cindy. Just $4 a month to help this content continue.
Thanks, Yoga. All right, thank you guys, and we'll see you around soon. Bye-bye.